Okay, test 1, 2. Testing, testing. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. I hope so. Anyway, hello everybody, this is Draconite and welcome back to Roleplay Storytime, Part 11. I hope I sound okay. I'm using a different microphone. So hopefully you guys hear me alright. And with that said, I will jump into it because we got a lot to cover. So, if I remember correctly, in part 10, we ended off with Ray and our dear boy here having dinner. And there is someone hiding in the alleyway. I will go to you later. Anyway. Yes, we finished off my dear boy and Ray having a dinner date, finally, after he got out of the hospital. So we are going to continue from there. So, waking up the next morning, our dear boy wakes up early in the morning, yawning. And he says, "Ugh, hope Spring Kai enjoyed dinner last night. She deserves a good meal now and then. Hopefully Ray enjoyed the date." So, downstairs, our dear boy would hear some faint music playing just almost underneath his room. So, rubbing his eyes, he takes his jacket, throwing it over his shoulder, and heads downstairs. And there we would see Ray in her personal gym, wearing shorts and a tank top, hitting a punching bag with some music. And our dear boy, walking in, seeing her, blushes a little bit because, I mean, you know, he basically says, "Wow, she looks good even in a gym outfit. I wonder if I should wait in the kitchen." So she turns, smiling, is like, "Oh, hey, you're up. I didn't think you would be up so early." And so our dear boy responds, I woke up and thought I would come see the music. Instead, I found a lovely lady who looks good in a gym outfit." And of course, he kind of blushes a bit shyly. He said, "Anyway, I didn't mean to bother you, so..." He... Obviously, I can't do it on here, but he slowly starts to back up. So she's like, "It's fine. You can come in and chat while I get my workout in. Besides, I'm sure you don't mind the view." And of course, our dear boy just gets a bit redder. He's like, "You're not wrong."
Oh yeah.
And he ends up having a seat watching her. So she smiles like, then come on, handsome, come sit. And she just turns back and keeps punching and kicking out the pitching bag. And then he, of course, our dear boy cracks his neck watching because he's feeling a bit better than yesterday. And so she smiles and she'll ask him, how'd you sleep? And he's like, better, without a war going on, with my squad mates at risk and so on. And of course, with Ray being Ray teasing the dear boy, she's like, aw, not because you were in a room over from your new girlfriend? It's like, that might have helped, but I was kind of out cold a bit fast, so I didn't get to enjoy that moment. Oh, she stretches, walking over with a smile. Breakfast, then we can figure out what to do today. I got a little tongue twisted, I apologize. So dear boy's like, fair enough. I do want to check in with Supreme Guy to make sure I'm not needed for anything at least. Then, I'm not sure. Since I have to rest before I can get back to training. So Ray smiles and says, then let's get some food. So we head back to the kitchen. He starts making breakfast, you know. Da-da-da-da. Cook, 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 because we don't have any cooking animations. This ain't Naruto. And she'll walk in and hug his arm and kiss his cheek. And he'll smile at her and be like, happy are we? Guess I can have these taken off since we're in a house. It's like, yep, I mean, I have a cute new boyfriend, so I think I'm allowed to be happy. So, obviously, he giggles a little bit and just kind of shyly wraps his tail around her waist and flips, you know, the eggs and sausage. And she just smiles, giggling like, I see you're happy too. With our dear boy responding, maybe a little, given I never get to experience these type of moments. I see Zycor and them how he's having. So she responds, well, now you can. So he shyly kisses her cheek and smiles, getting her plate before basically handing her a plate. And they both sit at the table. And they start eating while he rests his tail on her lap. And she giggles. So he's like, what's so funny? And she's just like, it's just how cute you are over this. Of course, he's like, I'm not that cute, come on. And she just nods while she smiles and eats. He's like, the only cute, good-looking thing I see is right here. And he pokes her in the stomach with his tail. So she finishes eating, smiles like, why don't you get back on the Supreme Kai and I'll get showered and changed. So he says, alright, and washes the dishes real fast, and then he heads off to the time nest. So let us do that. Also, I hope you're all doing well. And staying safe with all the COVID outbreaks recently. Hope you're all doing well there. Anyway, so he heads on inside to the time nest, and Sprinkai would be doing her usual duties, checking on the scrolls. So he walks in, obviously forgetting to change back into uniform. And he's like, hey, oh, crap, I gotta put my uniform back on. And she's like, oh, hey, Draco, you seem well. So he's like, oh, hey, I thought I would check in and stuff. Sorry for not having my work uniform on. Forgot to change back into it this morning. And she just laughs like, hey, it's okay. You're resting, remember? It seems like it's going well with you and Ray. I know I can't do a female voice for crap, but bear with me, people. So he's like, yeah, we became a couple. Since Zycor and everybody was calling her my girlfriend even though we were just friends. She's like, sorry they keep assuming that, but you really don't mind, do you? It's like, well, now they would be right, so no, I don't. And of course, his tail sways, almost wagging. How are you doing? Anything interesting happened last night for you? And he's trying, obviously, not to grin. And she just hugs him, saying, thank you for the food. That got me better from yesterday. And of course, he hugs her back, because, you know, friends. Plus, she is kind of his adoptive mother. So, well, pretty much she is, so, you know. It's like, good. I was wondering if you would like it. I wouldn't call it Kai-worthy, but my best I can do given I watched a lot of GodTube and only had myself as the guinea pig when I was on the long recon and stakeout missions in the field. She's like, it's good, Draco. You got talent of cooking than any average Saiyan. Don't you dare deny it. He's like, no promises. I'm just glad you liked it. I mean, I see you as more than just my boss. But like the others, one of my closest friends, and with how hard you're always working, you deserve a nice meal once in a while too, I would think. So she's like, well, I really appreciate it. And so, of course, being the workaholic that he is, he just smiles like, so, anything you need me to do, or am I suspended from work till you feel I rested enough? It's like, you tell me when you feel fully rested, but for today, you're off since you just got out of the hospital yesterday. It's like, alright. Is there anything you want me to at least fetch you or do that not work related? Like, making some tea, fetch something from the store, anything? She's like, alright, you can start by fetching supplies for the time nest with the medication you took yesterday since I still have your stress. It's like, you could just give the stress back. You don't need my stress on your shoulders. She's like, no thanks, you suffer enough. And this is his response, obviously. It's like, and you have enough to worry about with everything as is. You shouldn't have to take my problems too. So she's like, I'm the Kai of time. Every patrollers are my problem. I will help the best I can. So, more or less, he's like, alright, I'll try to see what the hospital was pumping me full of to get my stress down so you don't suffer long. I hate someone suffering in my place. Go ahead and give me the list of what you need, and I'll see what you have it. So she snaps her fingers, giving me a long list. So not fazed by the fact it's a big list, he just looks at it and is like, thanks, I'll get the medication first for you. Be back soon enough. Kuronoa, I mean, Supreme Kai. She's just like, you can call me Kuronoa if you want, Draka. It's like, uh, I just try to show respect. You deserve, Supreme Kai. More so with you being my boss. She's like, I understand, but you can call me either. That suits you. So he just smiles a little and is like, alright. Be back if you have the medicine. So we need to head over to El Hospital. I don't know if that's how you say hospital in Spanish, because I don't know Spanish, so forgive me. Off we go to hospital. Oh, freezes the artwork this time. Alright, hospital. So, we walk up to the nurse, the same one that treated him. He's like, excuse me, nurse. I was wondering what the medicine you used on my stress levels was. Supreme Kai took some of my stress into herself and still has some of the effects, so I came on her request for some medicine. So, she reaches on her desk, pulling out a bottle of pills. It's like, these are the medication I gave you yesterday. This will help the Supreme Kai. So he's like, thank you, nurse. How much do I owe for that? And the nurse, everything free for the Supreme Kai. It's for her. It's like, it is. Thank you. I'll get this to right away. Now we gotta head back, because, yeah, I can't just instant transmission like in this. I wish. Alright, here we are. Hi, Trunks. Anyway, here we are. So yeah, here we are. So he gets back and is like, Supreme Kai, have your medicine, and pulls it out. He's like, want some tea or anything to take it with? So she nods like, sure, Draka. And he walks to her kitchen and makes some special green tea. And while she's working, it's green tea, by the way, to help her relax. I know there's like different teas for helping relax stuff, so yeah. He brings her honey, cream, sugar, and usual stuff people would put in their tea, along with a pot, and pours her some, and hands her some with the medication. It's like, here you go, Supreme Kai. Help you feel better soon. And she takes the pills and sips pretty much the entire teapot down, and it's like, I surely will from this. So, he just smiles and nods, saying, just buzz if you need any more or anything. I can get some of this in town, but I need to stop at Capsule Corp and some stores on Earth for the rest. So the stores here stop carrying some of this stuff. She's like, I understand. Gather up what you can. It's like, I won't let you down. And so he heads back to town and then heads to Earth, the stores on Earth. Because he's, obviously buying everything he needs. And then he heads to Capsule Corp because he left it for last. And he walks inside the lobby. He says, okay, let's see if Bowling can get me the rest of this. So he walks up to the employee, who's like, oh, you again. Can I help you? Yes, the same lady from last time, if you all have seen the earlier episodes. It's like, I was wondering if Balma was in. I have a request from Spring Kai Time and I need to discuss with her. And she just kind of looks at him like, Supreme Kai of Time? So he's like, it's hard to explain. She's my boss, basically. Just let her know Draka is here on business per the Kai of Time's request. She's like, so she's like, right. Miss Brief's in an important meeting, so I shall assist whatever needed. So he just basically pulls out the list, like, well, I need this stuff. And she's like, are you paying for these as well? And he just kind of gives a chuckle, like, of course. I wasn't expecting it for free. And take long as you need, I got all day. And she walks off after saying, I see, I'll be back, sir. So he just kind of sits, swaying his tail for a while. Actually, since doing that, where's Tails? Tail, tail, tail. Where's the tail? Close, but not quite. There we are. Still wish we had better freaking tails. Like, seriously. It looks so weird stuck like that. Like, you can hardly even see it unless you turn your back to yourself. It's just so disappointing. We finally get a tail thing, but we don't get a decent tail. Ugh, excuse me. So, anyway, eventually she comes back holding a big capsule. So he gets up, walking over. So how much do I owe you? So, and she responds, that'll be about 10,000 zenny. It's like, huh, figured it'd be more. So he pops the capsule, having stacks of 1,000 popped out, counting out 10 stacks. Here you go. Keep in mind, this dude's basically never paid too many expenses in his life, aside from the usual, taxes and so on. And was homeless, so that big paycheck of his kind of added up pretty quick. As you can see. You see that number? Yeah, our boy is rich. So she's like, thank you. It's like, I think that might be it. After he looks at his list. It's like, guess I should head back and give this stuff to Spring Kai. Say out a bomb of Vegeta for me. So, with that said, our boy heads back to the time nest. Over here. There we go. There we go. Alright. Anyway. Having noticed his return, the Spring Guy's like, welcome back! He's like, thanks. And gives the capsule that had everything she asked for. Here you go. Everything on the list. Having a bit of a chuckle, she's like, I hope I didn't damage your account. Of course not. This was pocket change for me, honestly. I didn't think even Broly and Chile would, with what they have on my tab, could put much of a dent in my account. And of course, he shows her the amount of money he has in his account. And she just looks at it like, oh my. It's like, with most stuff covered by my job, and Bulma never taking money when I offer for my armor repairs, and more or less just sleeping wherever, not owning a house, I didn't really spend much. It's like, I can see that, and you definitely don't need to, given the second richest person in the world, Zenny, aka Bulma. It's like, still, feels wrong not paying. Anyway, anything else I can do for you? Bad enough, it'll probably take the rest of the week for me to get back fully 100%. So she's just like, for now, I'm good, Draka. You'll be the first to inform if I need something. It's like, alright. And he gives her a hug. So I better head off and meet Ray and see if I can kill a week of recovery somehow without going mad. Training and work is all like, know to do to kill time. So she hugs him back and giggles. I'm sure you can do something like training with Ray. How did dinner go with her? Well, how you think? I got her as a girlfriend. It's like, fair enough. Well, see you later. And our dear boy went off to find Ray. Go to the meeting spot. And of course, Supreme Kai waves. So Ray would be sitting in a jeans and t-shirt, waiting while humming, over by the fountain. And again, there's only one fountain, given, this. Yeah. So yeah, our fountain. So he lands by her, it's like, hey you. And of course she's like, hey, did she like it? She loved it. I was doing some errands for her real fast. Sorry for the wait. Now, how to kill a week off? Since it'll take that long for me to get to 100%. It's like, well, I'm sure we can find plenty to do for a week, so you're not bored. So he tilts his head like, oh? Like what? It's like, maybe a picnic, or watch a movie together, or go for a walk. I guess. So used to doing things with more action that I'm not sure what people do for downtime. It's like, now you can learn to relax a little, huh? So he stretches, putting his tail around her, is like, I guess. She smiles, and it's just like, so what do you want to try first? Like, I guess we could do walking. He just kind of shrugs while smiling. She's like, sounds good to me. And they start walking. I apologize if you guys can hear that, by the way. My cat is clawing at the door. I closed it so I didn't have to worry about her bugging me while I'm doing this. I will let her in afterwards. Anyway. So we start walking around Kanton, and she starts asking, so how did you get involved with the Time Patrol? And looks at him curious while hugging his arm as they walk. So, he's like, I more or less grew up in it. I don't remember my parents well, but we lived on Earth in Universe 7 once before they moved here. When it was Toki Toki City. They were killed in action, I think, if I remember right. I just lived out here till I got old enough to join myself, and here ever since trying to prove myself. Being I was the weakest all the time, I tried hard to show I belonged. It's like, I see, well, at least you're here now, and you can always get stronger. And she just smiles. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I helped beat Demigron, Mirror, and Toa. That's the whole hero Kanton and Togi Togi City, but I'm still looked down on in the weakest of my squad. I just want to be strong enough to defend my homes and here and Earth and be able to keep everybody safe. That's why I train day and night without rest. It's like, well, we will get you strong once you're fully rested. I'm sure Jack would happily spar with you. He's been looking for some good training to get stronger himself. Well, when he's not watching Fu, he is sneaky one and has to be carefully watched. Fu can get in and out of Kanton unnoticed, and that's dangerous. More so with how strong he is. It's like, if I know my brother, he probably has some information from Fu from getting him talking. And she just giggles. Yeah, good at that when we were younger. And of course, our dear boy being concerned. I just hope Fu forgives me one day and understands I didn't want it to come out like this. Did I have to bring him in? Yes. Patrollers died, you had to answer for it, but had he at least trusted me more and worked with us, I could have at least made it so he wasn't treated so much like a criminal, but just as any other person. She's like, you can't blame yourself for that, Draka. You can't control how other people behave. He made his own choice. Well, it don't matter now. I'm a marked man, and he in prison, serving time until he either is released or breaks out. So she stops and turns his head. Stop blaming yourself for you can't control. You did your job. Either way, they understand and respect your choice, or they don't. I suppose. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, Karana, since my stress rise again, she won't let me work for even longer than a week. And of course, Xeno Vegeta of all people just comes up behind us. More than that if you're gonna start crying over it. And of course, jumping a bit, not expecting that. Vegeta? Hey, don't worry, I won't. Just trying to get my head clear as we speak. And of course, she turns, glancing at Vegeta. It'll be fine, just don't worry about what you can't control. And Vegeta, of course, being, well, Vegeta. You better! I won't tolerate having my student get upset over a crazy demon. Let me get a little drink here. Hopefully you guys won't hear it. Throat's getting a little rough. There we go. It's like, yes, sir. So what brings you out here? I figured you'd be busy training or on patrol. It's like, going to check out Trunks before going out on patrol with Kakarot. It's like, I see. Give my best until Goku would probably be a week before I can do that. Special training session with him we have planned over after my recovery. It's something that might help me with our training. And of course, being Vegeta and Goku's rivalry, he's like, you don't need that clown. Like, well, I'd be willing to do it with either of you. You just have to get him to tell you what it is. But yeah, a week should have me back to 100%. Able to get back in action for training and work again, since I doubt you or anyone wants me getting into things only half recovered. And he just rolls his eyes. It's like, whatever. Just get back to full health so we can go all out without turning you to cripple. And Ray just smiles like, and I'll be making sure he gets the rest he needs. And Vegeta just kind of chuckles looking over at her, blushing a bit with a smile. I blame you guys, by the way. You said it so much that she ended up to be my actual girlfriend. I'll get back in shape, don't worry. And Vegeta just like, ha! Bulma owe me 200 centi, ha ha! And he just walks off to the hospital. And of course, chuckling and shaking his head. Our dear boy's just like, that's my master for you. And Ray just smiles like, well, now I just have to make sure you rest properly. Also, I apologize if this episode's a bit slow and not as interesting. I promise there's more action to come. Anyway, but I still have to try and not go mad. Walking stuff won't scratch the itch my body has for action. I'm so used to training that it makes me itch and ache when I don't. And he cracks his necks. It's like, well, I'm sure we can do a bit of light training here and there to help scratch that itch, but not strain your body. Good. I still need to fully master my blue and evolve forms, so I can match Vegeta better. His Super Saiyan 5 is crazy. She just smiles like, just know I'm no delicate flower. I can hold my own just fine. It's like, yes, ma'am. So what do we do now? So she blushes after being kissed on the cheek. Want to get a little treat, like some ice cream? What do you think I eat when I'm stressed? And obviously he pops the capsule having the ice cream that Pammy gave with her cake. And all of a sudden, a patrol named Nero walks up. How much you want for the cake? Eh? Do I know you? And of course, Ray looks over, looking at the stranger. Nah, not really. Just knows the cake and wants to buy some. And winks at Ray. AKA Nero. Sorry, but I'm not selling this one. A friend made it for me while I was in the hospital. And Ray just rolls her eye. Get lost. We aren't interested. So Nero's like, relax, beautiful. Oh, you're the guy that was stressing over the demon freak. Should have just killed him. Whatever, enjoy the cake, man. And he just turns away, walking off, chuckling to himself. And of course, your boy's eyes narrow, twitching a bit, growling, because, yeah. You're all gonna learn to love Nero in the future. Ha! Foreshadow? So Ray just watches him walking away like, relax. If he was worth the time, I would have dealt with him. So he sits down and leans on Ray with the ice cream and cake, trying to relax. I'm not killing my friend. So she just kisses his head with a smile. Let's just enjoy. So they eat the ice cream and cake, spending some time together. He's like, remind me to tell Pammy this was awesome cake. So they sit enjoying the cake for a while until it's finished, and then he kind of just looks at her going, So curiously, Ray looks at him like, what? So blushing a little bit, he leans over and quickly gives her a kiss and kind of braces for either a slap or, as he puts it, 49 drop kicking him from nowhere. Uh, yeah. I'm sure you all would understand that joke. Anyway, she blinks, surprised while blushing, and leans forward, giving him a kiss back. So, smiling, he's like, so, what do you want to do now? It's like, I'm not sure, honestly, but we'll figure it out. So, she hugs him after he leans on her with a smile. And he holds her in his arms, wagging tail. He's like, well, I'm not sure what to do. All of a sudden, Pammy just like, you didn't tell me you have a girlfriend. Yeah, Pammy made his appearance finally, people. And our dear boy's just like, eh? Oh, hey, Pammy, thanks for the cake and stuff. It was great. And, it kind of just happened recently, so... And Pammy just simply responds, oh, glad you like the cake. Having some happy stars in her eyes, because, kids. It's like, well, we did, and blame your dad and them. They kept calling her my girlfriend in the hospital. When we were just friends to the point, well... And Ray just kind of looks like, who's your friend? It's, this is Zykor's daughter, Pammy. And Pammy being, well, Pammy. Oh, yeah. He's like, hiya. So Ray says, nice to meet you, Pammy. And Pammy's like, hee yeah, I mess with your boyfriend a lot. Which, let's be honest, she does. You all seen that. So, obviously, our dear boy is looking at Pammy. And then looking at Ray, it's just like, this cute thing had to keep me from busting out of the hospital when your dad and them went to do the time rifts. And Ray just giggles. I see. Well, as long as it keeps him on his toes. And hearing the comment, Pammy's like, my dad's still threatening you? No wonder he was acting weird yesterday. Heh, he always does. But no, it's because I was worried about him and the others given what was going on. I won't say what since it's nothing to worry about now, but I hate being locked up and unable to help when they are off doing dangerous jobs that I could help with. So Pammy just laughs and is like, it was fun restraining you to your hospital bed when you were acting crazy to get out until the nurse drugged him. So he just looked there like, wait, how do you know about that? And Pammy was just like, I was there, and you were too drugged up to notice me. Yep, you gotta love those moments, people. So he just kind of blinks, is like, well then. They was just like, too funny. And the only time you will ever see me willingly send myself to a hospital. And of course, Ray smiles, leaning on him, like, you're happy you did, and you know it. And of course, our dear boy is just like, not completely. Food nearly escaped, and people got hurt, all because I was a little sick. So Pam was like, no, it was because you're sick. And Ray nods like, I kinda was. That trash can wasn't there for decoration after all. So Pammy's like, no wonder my dad picks on you too often. Get over it. And whacks him in the head with her tail. And shaking his head, just, you act like him too. Anyway, I'm off for a week till I fully recovered now. It's just a matter of killing a week. So Pammy's like, that's easy. Go play that Hero Coliseum place they added. My dad is one of those cards. If not, go beat up some gang members around here. It's super fun and competitive. And of course, our dear boy's obviously just giving her a funny look like, I'm supposed to take it easy though, so I have to limit the training stuff, sadly. No cooler, I'm sorry. So sadly, I can't beat up too many people up. So Ray's like, well, we could check out the Hero Coliseum. It's like, maybe, but I never cared for those things. Wouldn't hurt to watch, though. I just hope when I recover the training goes okay, give it to Vegeta. Vegeta and Goku plans to help turn me into a grade 8 for the first time. Pammy's like, you know, that just makes you go bananas. Hee I'm terrible at jokes. Know your pain, Pammy. Know your pain. You should hear mine. So he's like, I thought it wasn't too bad. But let's see if I can get primal forms, Pammy. I just worried because I don't know if I can control it. I never once turned. That's why I removed my tail in my rookie years. I had a lot of nighttime missions and didn't want to risk turning on the job, so. Pammy's like, okay, well, just stick with what suits you, though. I'm starting to sense strange, godly energy out of Dad now. And our dear boy just kind of gives a chuckle, like, yeah, trust me, I know. I felt it too. It trumps even my god energy. And of course, Ray's just kind of sitting there nodding and smiling, listening. It's like, of course, with him being part Kai, that isn't a surprise. So Pammy's just like, wonder what Grandma looks like. And thinking for a moment, he's like, I only seen her once myself. So Pammy's like, what's she look like? Was she pretty? So our dear boy kind of, gives a description of the Kai. I can't remember which Kai it is. I apologize, people. Anyway, Pammy's like, strange. Wonder if she's alive. So, I'm not sure myself at the moment. She was last I saw her, anyway. So, Ray kind of catches our boy by surprise by kissing his cheek, which kind of makes him blush a little bit. And Pammy, seeing is just like, oof. So, getting out of stretch, he's like, anyway, I guess we gotta head to the Coliseum and see who's there. So Pammy's like, have fun with that. I'll leave you lovers to your things. And just waves her tail against his nose before flying off. So, blinking and chuckling, because he just had a tail rubbed in his face, he's like, anyway, shall we, Ray? And she just nods like, let's go, I'm curious. So you probably like it if you like chess. And, of course, they go to see who's battling here at the lovely Hero Coliseum! There we go. Boink. I play this now and then, but I don't care if it's a Hero Coliseum myself, honestly. One, I'm terrible at it. Two, Vados is a pain in the backside. So she flies while hugging his arm. And it's just like, so what is this exactly? So he does his best to describe it in the way Trunks did. And she just kind of smiles saying, I see. And of course, Nero, the dear boy from earlier, happens to be there, facing against Namekian, showing off figures of the Z Fighters. I know, not the best angle, but bear with me here. Just act like you're watching people fight here. Bear with me, people. Anyway. So, our dear boy sits and holds Ray, keeping his tail curled around her. He's like, it's the guy from earlier. I have a UR team or whatever that. Not bad, but it's trash compared to most since I haven't gotten them all upgraded, and I don't have the newer, stronger ones he's using. And she's just like, don't worry about it. He's not that important. Don't give him that satisfaction. So, Zeke, the Namekian, ends up losing. And Nier's like, better luck next time, Zeke. And Zeke's just like, whatever, you're lucky. And obviously he's gripping Ray's waist a little tighter with his tail because, you know, he don't like this guy, obviously. He feels threatened in a way. Because, you know, she's a gorgeous, attractive woman. He just got with her, and now you got another guy who could possibly try to snag her. You know, the usual things that us dear boys tend to think every now and then. So Zeke's walking off after paying some TV mails to him, and he notices the two. It's like, sup, hero of Kanton? It's like, oh, you know me by that. Not much. Just here with the ladies since I'm on my time off. Can't do much else till I fully recover outside light training. So Zeke's like, I feel you. Sorry about Trunks. Hope he recovers well. And she just leans, kind of letting her head rest on him. Right, I mean, she's resting her head on... You get it. So, your boy's just like, he's doing okay. I saw him before I got out yesterday myself. Told me to take it easy along with everyone else, including Supreme Guy. Wants me to rest and overwork, even though I already did. And, of course, he kind of just keeps an eye on Nero, you know, because still he doesn't want him to come in to flirt with her. And she blushes just while hugging him like, you're being cute again. How so? And she's just like, being protective of me. And frowning a little bit, our lovely, poor, sad fellow is just like, not like it would take much for a guy to woo you from me. And she's like, no one's gonna woo me but you. Chuckling, he's like, I hope. Now, poor Zeke just rubs his head seeing the two, and it's like, I see, well, Best to leave you two be. And he just walks off putting his hands in his pocket. And Ray blushes with a smile, just saying, whoops. And of course he's like, ahem. Oops, I think we weirded him out. And of course Nero's like, yeah, and making him finds it weird to them. No surprise. And of course he's gripping her a bit tighter. Relax here, I ain't planning to steal your girl unless my charms overwhelms her. Hero. I'm not even worthy of that name. So she says, stop that. If you did it, you clearly are. Nero's like, you? The hero of Constancy, at the same time, not once but twice, thinks he doesn't earn the title. Even when saying the god of time herself, wow kid, you actually surprising me. It's like, I never cared for titles. Just keeping my home and those I safe. Like, sheesh, here I thought the other guy was doubtful. You're definitely worse for Saiyans, and I thought they were almighty and confident. And he just looks at him like, other guy? Can't say I know too many doubtful Saiyans. Plus, it won't last. I plan on working through those doubts. More so with the little lady helping. Where are we at? I can push a few more minutes. So, Ray just looks at him like, you're right about that. And of course, he just goes, I know. Might take Chrono up on that and try some light sparring with you, Ray. I'm a bit restless. She's like, well, I have a training room for a reason. And a God key? It's like, yes, 49 had it built special by Capsule Corp. Huh. Well, might be a good time to master Balloon Evolve then. After all, that's light training, right? She's like, no. And he just kind of frowns like, poop. Ain't that strong, eh? That stress must be big. It's like, you have no idea. But as I said, I will get over it. Just taking a bit. And Nero's like, should be over already. I want to see how strong this hero of Kantan is. So he looks at Ray like, well, it did help when I trained with Vegeta, given I was focused on sparring, so what do you think? So Ray's just like, light sparring, yes, but no pushing yourself. So he just cracks his knuckles. It's like, alright. And Nero just goes, puts his hands behind his head, staring off. Well, we should take this where we won't hurt no one. Let's have the accounting sparring room. And Nero's just like, your funeral. And he blitzes away. Ray looks at her, dear boy, just like, don't push yourself, okay? And he's just like, I'll try. But I get the feeling I'm gonna struggle. I can already feel doubt creeping in. Where are we at? I think I will end our story there for today. Guys. Well, actually, no. I'll put a little more in because we've had no real action so far. I'll even... There... I'll do this. I'll give us a fight, but I'll just end the roleplay story here for now. And leave this for the part 12. So let's go Terran. Let's go our lovely Princess of Sadala. And who to fight? Oh, actually, that should be a no-brainer to me now I think about it. Where is he? Frost.
Do whatever it takes for peace.
Yeah, sure you will. Anyway, I will just go ahead and end the story part there, folks. But I'll let us imagine so it's not completely boring with me rambling on. Frost, wait your turn. I am talking to our lovely people. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this stuff out of the way. I hope you guys are enjoying the roleplay still. If so, you obviously know to let me know. I will go ahead and tell you all this now. As far as where we're at, the roleplay is practically over in a sense, or at least for that story. And we've already started an alternate timeline. I don't know if I will cover it though. We'll see if you guys even want to see that after we get through this one. So if you do, maybe let me know. Yeah, let me know. Oh, right, I forgot you have that. Bye. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this up, folks. I really hope you all have enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure you already know what to do if you like this. You know, tell me in like comments and crap on YouTube. Hit the button if you enjoy. Yada yada. You guys, you obviously know what to do. I'm not sure when I will do another video. As I'm still having issues with my disk drive, so it takes a good bit to get the disk to read. So we'll see. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. COVID is freaking getting nasty. What else? If there's any like certain videos you guys would like to see, let me know and I might see about doing it. I also thinking of looking into doing stuff for my computer like Phasmophobia in them. I'm working on that. If you guys would want to see that, maybe. We will see. I don't know if there's much else to say. I do wish Skulls and Bone, Catherine, I hope you get better soon. Since you're not feeling well. Same to San Khalifa, who is sick with COVID as we speak at the moment. Hopefully she gets better soon. Uh, and I just wish you all a happy day and happy week. If I don't see you, if I don't have another video before the end of the week, I'm sure I will, but we'll see what it is. I don't know yet. I might do another episode of Tasmanian Tiger. I think I might do that, maybe. Or something else I'm technically doing a playthrough of right now. I don't know yet. Other than that, I don't know. Well, just whatever I feel like doing stuff of, we'll see. So, till next time, God bless you all, stay safe, and I will catch you all next time.